Welcome back to the Select Series. In this segment, we're going to talk about the maternal leaders in the Select Sires lineup, and we're really excited about this set of bulls. I think this is really a growing market within the Angus breed. We see a lot of people putting focus in this area. Joe?
I think as input costs have risen for producers, the cost of keeping a cow is really getting on their mind. So they're looking for cattle that do a lot of things right without creating any trouble and keep the costs down. All those traits are becoming more and more important. And we're getting a lot more data put into that index.
Yeah, I think they're getting more comfortable with the traits that are incorporated into Dollar Maternal and feeling a little more comfortable with how to use it.
Yep.
I think one of the first bulls we'll talk about, and one of the neat things at Select is I think we were one of the really early adopters of Dollar Maternal and bringing in some really strong Dollar Maternal bulls early on. Gibson is a great example of that. We're going to talk about him first. Tell us what you're seeing with Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson's a bull that is exactly what you're talking about. He does everything really, really well. The cattle they're coming easy. They got a nice look to them. They're very thrifty, vigorous calves. Cattle have a lot of depth of body. The other good thing about him is he brings the carcass traits right with him, and that's so hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very solid pedigree, top and bottom, very proven pedigree. It's just his blend kind of just wraps it all together in a very nice package. He's an easy bull for folks to use.
Yes, he is. I would totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Two other bulls that we're going to talk about come from the Jan program. The first one is a bull called Saluda, the best stellar son in the industry. Tell us what you're seeing out of the Saludas.
Yeah, Saluda is a very, very interesting. Being a stellar, which is known as a Cabinese kind of maternal line of cattle from Sitzes. Saluda brings marbling with it, which is just very, very rare to find genetics like that are that high on marbling. And then he comes from the same cow as Top Cut. So Top Cut's dam's already put bulls in stud. We've got a lot of faith there. But the Saluda bull himself is sound, good-footed. I think kind of what Dollar M is about. You got a high heifer pregnancy, but yet he doesn't leave Dollar C behind. And we get a lot of calls on Saluda just because of how he indexes. And when you start pointing at each trait, he does well in all of them. The first calves are on the ground, very, very black. I mean, rich black baby calves, which all of us in Angus business like to see that. They get up and nurse extremely fast. They have muscle. You can see the muscle even in those calves at a young age. Wide top, thicker base, got some bone. There's been some guys use him on heifers, and it's been actually successful, but the calves do have substance to them. It's not that they're in weight, but they've got that sturdy look to them. He offers a whole lot to the industry in terms of mating flexibility and all the data points that he brings into one package.
I think he's been a quiet leader in our lineup where, maybe hasn't had as much hype around him as like a bull like Craftsman, but as people study our book, he's a bull that really sorts himself to the top quickly.
Yeah.
Along those lines, we did a lot of sorts going into the fall sales season, and we're doing a lot of Dollar M, Dollar C sorts. The next bull we're going to talk about, Jan Discipline, is a bull that we found on sorts early on, probably one of the most exciting patriarch sons in the industry at this point. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing with Discipline.
Yeah. Discipline's a very unique patriarch son, and in our lineup offers a lot of mating flexibility. So he's a patriarch Chattooga. And we know the success of those cattle, so you've got that maternal influence built in there. He comes out of the Jan program that is, known for the maternal influence, but yet still putting emphasis on the end product. Discipline does all that extremely well. The other thing that he offers is he's got more frame, and he just pegs all those data points to get that M and C combination really, really high. The bull's an individual, really long-bodied, nice appearance, long-fronted, but still has depth, still has substance, good-footed, still has that big long hip in him. A bull here by a very proven sire out of a beautiful young dam. And then you got that data set that just hits every mark. I mean, every space in it is really, really good. This is not just a Southeast bull. This is a bull that can hit everywhere.
So the last bull we're going to talk about, I'm really excited about, is a bull called Easy Decision that came from the Coleman program. And we've had a lot of success with some Coleman bulls in the past, and really excited to have, one of the bulls that's, I think, going to be a leader in their program going forward. Tell us just a little bit about how you see Easy Decision getting used.
The bull structurally and phenotypically is very good and sound. He's out of a Charlo daughter, and we all know what influence they've had in terms of maternal capability of those cattle. So I think on Easy Decision, when you're wanting easy fleshing maternal cattle that take care of themselves and do things what they're supposed to do from a program like Coleman's with that kind of a rich pedigree, this is a bull that just covers all those bases and the maternal side of it very, very well.
Thanks, Joe. I think we are really excited about what these four bulls can do in terms of creating the next generation of Angus females in the Angus breed.